Greetings! I'm Epictetus, and this is Epic Tech. Welcome back. As you can see, I got the train up. At least partially due to you guys' comments. Actually, mostly due to a comment directly from Equinox himself, who let me know, and actually several of you guys in the comments also said this, but Equinox was the first one to tell me that you can hold shift while you're on the push cart, or the hand cart, you know what I'm talking about, and it's like sprinting. It'll actually use your stamina, but you'll actually move faster. Go figure. And it was just enough to get this thing going. So if I press forward, it's going to stop. If I hold shift, it's just enough to get it to go a little bit further, and I guess now it's not going anywhere, but that's probably... Oh, yeah, I know why that is, because I've got this brake here, and it probably just hit that. Anyway, point is, that works, and it works well. Equinox also did something else, something I am super happy for. Equinox is my hero. You'll note that the sun has not come up, and it's still pretty dark. It's not too bad, but it's not bright enough, in my opinion. Well, Equinox made another mod, because that's what Equinox does. And it's a bed, and you'll note that there are two places that you can target. If you target the pillow, it marks your location. If you target the bed, you actually sleep, and it accelerates the night. And as soon as the dawn hits, then you get popped out of bed. And if I go back to sleep, it still accelerates, but I can hit F. So basically what happens is it accelerates the day cycle while you're in bed, but at dawn and dusk, it pops you out. And that way, if you want it to be night or want it to be day, there you go. But you can also stop it manually by hitting F at any point in time, and you pop out of bed. So, there you go. I'm going to pick that up, and my respawn bed has been destroyed. Because, yeah. Oh well, that's okay. Not a big deal. So, we're going to continue these tracks. And I'm going to grab that, and I'm going to leave my bed here, because I don't really need it right now. And we're going to do something crazy. I'm going to do that, and we're going to just start running. And while we run, we'll talk about a few things, because you guys actually broke the record. There were more comments on the last video than any other video I have ever posted. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Like, you have no idea how much I appreciate that. I went through and read them all. It took a while. I will admit that I kind of skimmed some more than read them. This is going to be very long. I wonder if I can fast travel with this. Let me see. Can I go? Yes. Awesome. Okay, so I am probably about to make the craziest tunnel ever, and I'm okay with that. What if we stop it right here? This looks about right. So first of all, my grade is 7%. I can live with that. I actually wouldn't mind it being a little bit lower. A lot of you guys pointed out that a 15% grade, which is what this mod allows, is absolutely insane in the real world. And I agree, it is. It is nuts. Nobody does that. However, it's a game. And if we only did... What was it? Somebody said the highest grade on any road is 3.5 or something like that. And if we only did that, it would take us a lot longer to build this. Okay. So... Oh, that curve is insane. Okay. Should we give this a try? Shift click. To curvy! Okay. Alright, that's not going to work. So I got to run back. So you guys told me all kinds of other things as well. things like, I mean, all sorts of different ideas, and I loved it. I read through all of them. I'm probably not going to use any of them verbatim, but I'm probably going to use little pieces of lots of different ones. And I think every idea in there was mentioned at least 2 or 3 times between the comments there and on Discord and private conversations I had, and I lost track of them all anyway. So if I don't give you credit for this idea, I'm sorry. You'll just have to know in your heart that you were among those who mentioned it. So all kinds of things along the lines of how to make this thing go, things, you know, about why I'm not going to be able to do it and how it's not realistic, and how I should use the Steam engine mod, which I will probably end up adding eventually, but I really enjoy the engineering challenge of figuring out a lot of this stuff beforehand and then going there. It's just something that I do. I like engineering, and if something just solves the problem, then, you know, and I know the Steam engine doesn't just solve the problem, because it just creates rotation. It doesn't necessarily create movement. You have to actually attach it to something and all that, but we'll get to that later. I've also got a whole bunch of other mods I want to put in. So, anyway, Equinox also mentioned something else interesting that I'm going to show you guys, and that is that the magic rope is truly magical. You see, the magic rope is stronger or weaker depending on what you're pulling. So you see how if I pull on this, it can't actually do it? Well, that's because I'm pulling on that. If I attach to this with 1263 dirt in it, the magic rope is actually stronger. Crazy, huh? Yeah. So the magic rope. If I need to pull this thing, I need to pull from the heaviest cart, not from the weakest one. So, anyway, let's see if we can figure out how to do this. Let's attach this again, and let me travel. I think this is still going to be in the mountains too high. Yeah, the grade is 19% here, so we need to keep going further south, which means further down the mountain. Let's try here. Okay, 6%. I think this is about the same place I was before, but we're going to try and get out of this huge curviness and get that into the under 25% curve, or degree curve, I mean. If this doesn't work, then I'm actually going to curve it back on the other side so that it's heading straight south. Because I'm heading pretty far east at this point, and I'm only losing a few degrees here and there. This is where my train ends right here, but it kind of ends heading southeast. I think that's part of the problem, because that's 2 areas west of here if we go straight south. So I think we're going to have to fix that. I'm going to give this a try, because I don't mind being a little ways away from the road, but yeah, this says 35%. Let's give this a try. It says too curvy. It's greater than 19% instead of 25%. It's weird. You're weird, Equinox, and your silly mod. Okay, I gotta get back to the road before I can travel. Ooh, free copper. And free meat. First shot, too. So if I look at the end of this track, it is heading straight southeast. I need to curve it in till it's heading pretty much straight south. So I'm going to do some digging real quick. Hopefully I won't ruin the road too much. Okay. So now the end of this is heading much more south. And if that's not enough, we'll do even more. Yeah, look, the curve is already better. Okay. Here, I'm going to go to the next one. Actually, let's go down there. What's this say? 23. Now, it was saying, what was it, 19 that it needed to be before? But not until I clicked, which is always great. 21. You know, this big open field, I don't mind setting it up as the spot. Let's get to 19 if we can. Okay. And a 5% grade. Yeah, there we go. 18 and a 5% grade. 125 segments. You didn't... What? Oh, man. Now I screwed that up. Okay, let's just remember, it's this, it's D5 I gotta come back to. I gotta do that again. Okay, this time, shift click and shift click again. What? Shift click. There we go. This is gonna be a lot of work. Yeah, this is gonna take a while. So let's see. Let's just start. So clay is no longer going to be a problem of any kind, just in case you were wondering. So I think one of the things that I'm definitely going to be doing a lot of is dropping little caches of extra material, like small stones and dirt and that kind of thing, all the way along the tracks. And one of the first things I'm going to need to do is come by with an empty train and pick up a lot of these and bring them to somewhere useful. But for now, we're just going to dump them in a random place. And I need to probably do a whole bunch of digging. And a whole bunch of building. And that's about it. So I'm going to stop recording right now, and I'm just going to do that. And I'll show you how far I get. So I've been at this for a while, and I've discovered a few things. First of all, your inventory fills very quickly. Yeah, like that. But second, I don't know if it's a bug or a feature, but using the grading tool, you don't, like, drop your extra inventory when it's full. So I can just keep on going. It's just destroying whatever it is, you know, the large stones. And I'm not going to complain. Because the thing is, I've already got a lot of stones. Every once in a while, I'll stop and I'll use this guy with the secondary mode so I don't gather any more stones. I'll dig into the side of the mountain a little bit. And then I'll put in a large stockpile, but I think I ran out of sticks a while ago, so that's not going to happen. Also, I've been at this for a couple of hours, and I have gotten from there to there. That is not very far. I was thinking about trying to maybe dig my way up, make a watchtower up on top. I don't know how far below the surface I actually am, though. That's the hard part. What do you think? Should I make myself way up? Yeah. Maybe. I'm kind of in the lower left corner of D6 here. I'm going to go ahead and teleport. Ah, yes, my inventory is full. You know what? I could dump 2 dirt for a few wheat. Why not? Where am I? Ooh, flax, too. Ooh, copper. Why? Why do I keep forgetting that my inventory is full? I don't know. Right about below my feet. So if I'm going to dig my way up, I'm going to want to dig toward the south. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You see all these large stones laying around here? Yeah, that's not normal for an area like this. I know what's going on. So as I'm digging, it's not that it's not giving me the items. It's actually like creating them under the ground, and then they're floating up through the ground and landing above. That's kind of funny. Well, that's fine. That works for me. I'm also noticing that I am completely out of a lot of things. I have no more timbers. I have no extra space. I have a few extra spaces for stones. That is just about it. And I don't have any iron. I mean, I'm just missing all kinds of things. So I'm thinking I'm due a trip back. I'm going to need to do some mining down in the iron mine, or some kind of mine. And I'm going to need to bring back a whole bunch more wood. So I'm thinking I kind of want to continue on with the idea of having separate trains, like, so I'm thinking the one in front is going to have most of my, like, permanent stuff, you know, my tools and that kind of thing, plus the things that I can carry by hand. The one in back is going to have the materials that I'm getting from somewhere else. So basically, I'm going to move this cart and this cart up to the front train, and then the back train is going to be the one that I go back and pick up, like, timbers and that sort of thing. And I'll actually, like, drive it back and forth. That's why it needs to be the back. But it also needs a way to stop. So we're going to have to figure that out, too. I don't want to do any of this in the dark. So it's time to use our magic bed. You know, they always say not to smoke in bed, right? Also, that's a really awkward place to keep your torch. Not a recommended thing to do there. All right. Let's do some switching of things. Uh-oh. That's not what I wanted to do. But that's okay. It's just going to stop right there. Okay, that was interesting. Oh, I see. This is shifted off to one side, so yeah, that works. No, you don't go anywhere. You stay here. This and... oh, come on. So if I do that and that... here. It's magic. And it just ran past. Dang it. That should stop it. We definitely need to come up with a better braking system, and I have read a lot of comments that have suggested some really smart ways to do that. I'm going to put a one-sided catch block right like that. Like that. And then let's put this... yeah, that should work. Now, I believe that because this isn't actually on the tracks, it should be able to catch something that's going to stop it. Let's find out. And I'm going to get down here just in case it does not work at all, which it does not. think I need a weight. Alright, I think because that weight is, well, heavy. Yeah, it's not gonna, I'm not gonna be able to lift that, which is totally understandable. But I'm kind of curious to see if that's going to stop this thing. That is going nowhere. It'll go forward, but it is much more difficult to get it to go backward. Okay. Totally ghetto. I get it. But physics is a wonderful thing, and we can make it better later. So, we'll do that. So now I can use that as my stop. See, I want that attached to that. Okay, let's take this. Where are you going? Come on. Gimme. My brake is working, just not well. Oh, good grief. Okay. There. Okay. Now let's go get my smithy down here. There we go. Okay, so this is my front car. And it's just got the smithy, the workbench, the forge, my basic materials. Go ahead and put these items back. There we go. And then we'll throw this big chest on there again. That, and we can dump all this random stuff back in there. So, let's head back. Oh no! My inventory is full. That's right. The one flax. Oh no. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Yeah. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Bam! Oh. Whoops. Well, maybe it'll carry my body back. I wonder how far it got dragged along. And for that matter, where's my actual cart? Did the collision with my body destroy it? Nope. But it seems to have slowed it down. That's nice. Oh, there's my stuff. Hi. You're just going back and forth. Wasn't there something on that? Yeah. It's gone now. I'll make another one. So, lesson learned. Let's just head back. What do you say? Should I stop and grab the skulls while I'm here? Nah. Don't need to. Welcome home. What happened here? No, seriously, what happened here? I'm thinking a barbarian decided that he was upset with this catch block. Because barbarians tend to hate catch blocks. But barbarians, you're weird. So I mostly need timber. So I think I'm just gonna chuck all these guys in here. Oh, we don't have a tool head. We need to make a tool head. Okay. Alright. Let's let that do its thing. Okay. I got some tree chopping to do next. Do I have an axe anywhere? Well, now I need linseed oil. Which means I need pots. Well, I have been a busy boy overnight. As you can see, I've got plenty of lumber to head back. I even brought a few in my own inventory as well. And I restocked the supply inside the fortress there. And the only reason I didn't completely fill my inventory is because I plan on stopping partway and doing some mining to get some metal, because that's the other thing we're running low on. There we go, and I'll just leave it right there. It'll kind of roll for a little bit, but that's fine. Oh, I need my tools. Don't go too far. Like that. Let's get to mining. There we go. My inventory is full. Gimme. And the light of day. Now, hopefully, Equinox has not yet had a chance to have his mod calculate for player inventory, because I'm very heavy right now. So, let's find out. And go. Am I going to make it through that? Yes, I am. And I have no idea how I'm going to actually keep this thing from rolling backward once I get up there. Because I don't think... Well, I may be able to stop it. And I am just about out of stamina. Ooh, I'm just going to get some back and then get another sprint at it. Okay. Yeah, you think? Alright, let's see if I can get this set up real quick. Come on. I know. Stop, please. How does one... No. Oh boy, this is a bad thing. This is a bad thing. And I died, and that is now flying down the mountain at incredible speeds. This is going to be interesting. How far is that thing? I'm not going to be able to stop it. There's nothing I can do to stop that thing. Did it already stop? What's going on? Did my body get all caught up in the wheels? No, it must be... Well, okay. Let's go get my body since I'm right here. That's going to have hit something and exploded into 1,000 pieces. I'm sure of it. Whatever has happened has happened. So let's just go ahead and offload some stuff here. Okay, there's a pretty good chance that that thing got all the way up here. Who knows? So we're just going to go ahead and run the track. Looking for leftover chunks of train. There's that little dip near the iron mine. It's entirely possible that it's just sitting there, happy as a clam. You ever thought about that? Are clams happy? I mean, I've really never known a clam on a personal level, so it's hard to say. Okay, it's not here. Is it possible it made it all the way to the fortress? I mean, you'd think there'd be something left if it hit something and exploded into a shower of parts. There'd still be something left, right? Alright, let's go back to the fortress. Huh. Okay. What? Oh, look at that. Okay. That's hilarious. So it actually made it all the way here. And then it went what, around and then up, and then couldn't make it up, so it came back. Or maybe it just barely made it to this point and stopped. Whatever it was, I had originally designed this loop with the idea in mind that if a train came in really fast, instead of smashing into the fortress, that it would do the loop. And it worked. And there's nothing destroyed, nothing damaged. That is beautiful. Okay, so with this in mind, clearly I need some sort of stopping mechanism that works better than what I've had in the past, but something that I can keep around all the time, like every train would have one on it. So I'm going to leave it up to you guys. I've got some Medieval Engineers keys. What I want you to do is design your best braking system. However you think it would work, whether it needs to have its own cart, whether it can be attached to the hand cart, I don't know, whatever you come up with. And I want you to go over to the Discord server, go into the video feedback section, and post a small screenshot of it. Then I'm going to pick the top ones, the ones that I think are, have the most potential. And I'll we'll talk about it. And we're going to test those out. Maybe I can even have you guys in to join me in a creative world, and we'll run them through some tests. We'll test how long it takes to build one. We'll test how long it takes to deploy. We'll test its actual braking force, how much weight it can withstand, things like that. And the winners will get to choose between an extra copy of Medieval Engineers for a friend, or maybe a Space Engineers Deluxe if you don't have Space Engineers. I've only got a limited number, so we'll have to actually, see how that all works out. But we'll figure it out. I'm coming up with this off the top of my head. And we'll have some fun. Sound good? Yeah? Very cool. I am going to go ahead and insist that you need to actually submit at Discord, not in the comments here. Anyway, we'll figure it all out as we go, because that's the way I do things. As we roll back and forth and back and forth. All right, that's enough for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope to see your amazing designs, and I'll see you next time on Epic Tech. Back and forth, back and forth, back